Good evening and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left-hand side, we've got Lubu, and on the right, we have gillyShark. This is a Division B East matchup. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. We had some map bans that took place before we get into this, so let's go ahead and take a quick peek at those. The members of gillyShark won the coin flip. They decided to ban out Battlefield of Eternity. Dragonshire was banned out by the members of Lubu, and Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map chosen by the members of gillyShark. And let's go ahead and get back over to this draft as we have the bans ripping right through here. And the question that I have is, do we get the Samuro pickup for the members of gillyShark, or is it going to be banned out here? Because this is the only thing I wouldn't say it's like this is the only outlier, but yeah, no, it's one of those things that they're known for. It's one of those things that is a little scary. I've casted it and it's terrifying. So I get it. Take out that Samuro. Also, hello to Sailor Sky and also Moist Venus. How are you doing? Welcome, friends. Good to see you all. All right, so we are going to be going into yo Venus. Thank you so much for the 111 bits. Oh, and gillyShark coming out with a new strategy of skipping out on second bans, not allowing that to be a thing that affects their draft. But this is, excuse me, I think I said Battlefield of Eternity, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and so lane rotations and also wave clear are a big are a big factor. I can see the draft chat behind my body, and it's just team didn't decide, so. That it will be a Joanna first picked on the side of Lubu, and it's not a bad idea at all because her grouping within the mid to top rotations is very strong. You can then get a great wave clear like Jaina or Gul'dan, not Kael'thas because obviously it's going to be banned out by the members of gillyShark, but something like that will help clear a little bit quicker. We could actually see the Asmodean make an appearance here. This is definitely a map where I think we could see that happen, but Raynor Malthael, early prioritization onto this. That's an early prioritization. Also, Sailor Sky, glad to have you here cheering on your friendly team. It's always like, I say this every time, but it always makes me feel so good when it's just like, oh, hey, like, I'm here to cheer on my friend. Like, even if they don't even know the game, they're just like, hey, yeah, I want to just support my buddy. So it's awesome to have people do that. So there's the Gul'dan, as we talked about before, in the wave clear. Malfurion will be picked up for the support, so that root is going to be pretty powerful. The other thing to note here with Malfurion is the ability to still heal from a very long range. If you do have the mark, the Nature's Cure mark, I think it is, on someone, and then you get some damage out, you can heal them while they are maybe rotating way further from you. So it's not a bad idea at all, and that will be a Cassia banned out on the side of gillyShark. With a Raynor and a Malthael only showing here, realistically, maybe choking out the tank pool or the support pool would be the way to go. Something like a Stukov to be taken out would be strong. Ana or even I can't think of it. Tyrande would be great, but this is going to also be Diablo banned out, which makes sense. You can choke out that tank pool. The dive would pair into Malthael because there is that start with it, but that will be Arthas and Tyrande picked up on the side of gillyShark. Early solo laner, I agree. What is up? Not Glederace. Hi. Sorry, I'm reading names, and the thing is, like, everyone's name is like showing up pink for me, so like I'm having difficulty differentiating like who's actually said something new. But either way, I also like you too. Oh, thank you so much, Sailor Sky. I appreciate that. Thank you. They're both good on this map. I think both of these teams have gotten everything they've wanted so far to this draft. Like the Arthas for the gillySharks, that's not a surprising thing. Ooh. A Tassadar pickup, so double support. Sailor Sky knows the secrets of hot shots. Oh, I want to take part in hot shots one time. Venus, bring your laptop and just come over to my house and let's play Heroes. Regrowth has dot called Regrowth. Nature's Cure is the cleanse. Thank you. Yes, I knew I had it wrong. Like I knew that it was not. That was not what you need to call it. But either way, we got ourselves a game one here, and it's gonna be loading up in just a second. thanks once again for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Glad to have people cheering on their friendly team friends. I had something going there, but it just fell right off. Either way, we got some awesome games in store for you tonight. So far, this is the only one scheduled that I have. Maybe we'll pick up a replay cast. I don't know. We'll kind of go where the night takes us. We'll see if there's any games that maybe we can just like grab right after the set or something. But I only scheduled one because it's easier to grab one game, say like, all right, I'm starting to stream at 5, and then go into a little bit more of like free form of just picking up games as it's possible. But let's actually get back into this, as we do have the map loading in just a second here. And overall, between the two teams, as I said, it seems like they both got what they wanted. A lot of synergies coming out from the members of Lubu, and the same thing with gillyShark. I mean, they've got Tassadar and Arthas is something that I'm curious to see. There's a lot of like control and CC, so I'm expecting Force Wall from Tassadar, and they're just gonna essentially gatekeep and make it really, really difficult for these chase rotations. Now, if they actually don't make the chase rotations and stuff, like, it's gonna be bad because you're gonna have a Force Wall that you can't benefit from. But let's go ahead. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we've got Lubu with Bandit. Somehow my dog, yeah, he just stared at me, is currently playing Gul'dan. VDZ is going to be on the Blaze. Alan Hicks will be on the Phoenix. Makrota will be on the Joanna, and Streakwing on the Malfurion. On the right-hand side, doing their game prepping dance, we're going to be having the members of gillyShark with Jinxie on the Arthas, Stark playing the Raynor. this is Jimmy. Kage Kiri will be on the Tassadar. We have Chess Looter on the Malthael, and I'm missing one, I think. Kaimo Tripson on the Tyrande is what I think I missed. Either way, let's go ahead and get into this mid lane as everyone's mashed up here. We just have an easy start. We do have quite a few questing talents at level 1. We do have the advanced artillery for the Phoenix, going to be stacking that up as they hit the heroes with that circular cutting beam right there, as you can see. We also have the Echoed Corruption for the Gul'dan, just making sure that they stack that up as much as possible. The Cyan Fusion from Tassadar, hold on, nice route, going to be going out into Jinxie, needing to back out of here. Makrota is getting low as well. This could be the trade that they're looking for, and not enough damage, I think, goes out. Bandit trying to get some there, but they might have stepped a little too far forward. They have the life drain onto Stark. Nice lunar flare from Kaimo Tripson. They back out. No kills just yet. Both teams playing this very, very well in the start here. Going to get some healing from Streakwing and make those rotations. Hot shots one day soon? Yes, yes, I'm all about it. At least on my screen, you're all pink. Except for Contender. So thank you. Either way. Okay, so we do have Jinxie gonna get a little bit of damage put onto them. He's gonna try and step up onto Bandit here. That also will be a nice route coming out from Streakwing. They back out, continuing to getting healing from Kaimo Tripson. Let's peek into the bottom lane here as Alan Hicks will be going into Chess Looter. This is Malthael versus Phoenix, and this is actually a conversation I've had quite a bit with a lot of people, is melee into range in the solo lane. It can be a little difficult, especially with Phoenix being able to have that kind of splash damage. Being able to target Chess Looter and get a little bit extra damage on the front line does help, but the thing is that is also a very slow attack, and Chess Looter not giving over many stacks from the, is it? Advanced targeting. I think I might have called it advanced artillery. Either way. I'm in Venus. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't. It doesn't. But that's why we're all here. We're not really going to be seeing the major rotations that you often do see from teams. It's actually stalled out a little bit because both of them are going to be grabbing the bruiser camp on the left and the right-hand side. Really, really good camp timings coming out from both these teams, being able to say, all right, this is the point where we can get close to a turn-in. We're just about that 30 gem area, so let's try and go for that. No prioritization under the siege camp, which is often something that we do see the solo laners split off and go and grab, and then someone usually comes and just takes over the lane for the time being. And at that point, it's kind of obvious, or they could just sneak out if they can burn it down quick enough. Either way, we go back into rotations. They just smash the camp right into the lane. Jinxie trying to get a little extra stacking on that Frost Presence and Frozen Waste at level 1 and 4. Blaze with the clear up in this top lane. As I said, like, I really like this adaptation, putting the range into Chess Looter. It makes it a little bit more difficult, as well as not having Blaze, a high health pool hero, going into a Malthael. That's just not a good time. Lunar Flare connecting on a Streakwing, Jinxie stepping up and trying to get into that backline. The rest of the team, though, does stay back and make sure that they get the clear onto this camp. Howling Blast connecting, and the big thing to note here is Cyan Fusion sitting near 500 stacks already, and we're 3 minutes into the game. A lot of good that can come from that. The other thing too is you have 1,000 total, which I think after 1,000 you get damage bonus. Is the yes, because you get the size at 500. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen, which is just so slow at the start until you really get that, you know, those gem turn-ins repeatedly. And this is where we're actually going to be seeing that start to come out here, because we do have availability for that for both teams, and now we're going to be having a bit of a fight over these points. Jinxie Cat trying to poke out onto Makrota. I'm doing the same thing. They back right out just fine, and they're like, no, we're not taking this fight. Kagekiri trying to get the turn in as well. And Chipson providing some good healing for the friendly team. VDZ is looking for the turn in, but Kage has some more poke. Nice root coming up from Malfurion. That will be the tree and getting some extra damage on the Jinxie Cat. Chipson continuing to get the healing, but above us we do have Stark taking some damage from VDZ and getting pushed out, as well as the shield glare from the Joanna to make sure that they do back off. And sevens have been just about achieved for both teams, and Kagekiri with these continued pokes onto this is just netting them so much stall. This does just push both teams into 10, but a lot of damage going into Stark. They do back out just fine. Jinxie Cat looking to continue to poke at this, and both teams do not want to give this over too quickly here, and that's also going to be an engage from VDZ. The rest of the team doesn't move in. This is a bit of a choke point. They're playing around this as they do have a lot of range attacks. Howling Blast connecting onto 2. Not able to dive onto Bandit there. Ooh, nice root coming out from Malfurion. Follow-up stun from VDZ. They're not able to capitalize on any sort of big burst afterwards, as I think Bandit was sitting on some cooldowns there. This is just, this point of contest, just back and forth forever. Meanwhile, Phoenix is going to be trying to turn in. It looks like Malthio's joined the fight as well. Root onto combo Tripson, who does find a Lunar Flare onto Streakwing, who's very low on mana, does not have much to help the team. Chest Leader dives forward. That will be the first kill of the game, going out in favor for Stark right there. gillyShark with the first kill. They opt to go for the turn-in as well. They're trying to beat them, and I think they might actually be able to with Makrota. Yeah, they might. Wait, did Makrota not have enough? I thought that was okay. Never mind. I thought they would have enough. Either way, this is going to be extremely close turn-in for both teams. I think the Bruiser camp should be up fairly soon if they want to try and... yeah, there you go. They could actually push those in with it. Kage going to get another stall onto this, and Stark going to be trying to make sure they stay out of here and do not get picked off. And that will be first Web Weaver phase in favor for the members of Lubu. See what they prioritize here. That's always the intrigue to me, is what lane teams prioritize. Seems like they put Gul'dan in top with the Joanna. That does give them a little bit quick clear. They could rotate down into mid, but it seems like they want to pressure this top as much as possible. And that makes sense. It's the boss lane. It is often where in the late game you can combo the Web Weaver in with the boss, and that gets you a ton of push power. Phoenix should win the poke war, but if they're fighting 1v1, Malthio might win. I think at that point it really comes down to like skill level, and it's just how well that Phoenix can whittle down. Hold on, the burst onto Streakwing. Nice. Oh, I was gonna say nice use of the root to make sure that Jinxie can't step up, but Stark with that extra range is able to get the last little bit of damage, and they pick off another kill. That will be gillyShark netting a 10 very, very soon. Kage getting the clear into this top lane, only losing the top front gate. Nice sidestep of the Sentinel right there from Makrota, not to take the slow or any sort of damage from that. We don't have Force Wall. I was thinking that we'd have some Force Wall for some gatekeeping. We don't even have some Dragosa either. We have Armor the Undead, so we're getting pretty much the standard talents that you often do see. The other thing to know is we are going to be having Raider's Raider. Often I would say that you'd see the Hyperion here for the siege tools potential that you can actually push in further, but Hyperion, or excuse me, the Raider does offer that ability to get in that backline, makes Malfurion's life a little bit harder, and with the 10 talent here, they want to try and push in on the Stark already invading onto the camp. They have the knockback of Streakwing into the corner. The Starfall will be there. Silence will go out. That will be the Horrify to push them off the point. They still grab they still grab it. They have Web Weavers and now this camp, and they grab 2 kills. gillyShark starting out strong with their first objective. Now Phoenix staying in bottom, trying to get the Hearth out, but if Stark has the knockback, it'll be great for them. Not going to be happening. Armor the Undead will be tanking this tower, and they actually take this weird aggressive rotation. They're going to be trying to chase this here. Just Looter going to get some chase, but I don't think they'll be able to get the kill onto Alan here. Last Rites is up and available, but they don't dive out any further as they are going to be taking quite a bit of damage themselves. Top lane will be left up to its own devices. Does have a nice stack onto it, so it will be pushing quite well. And we do have Bandit going into that top lane for the clear. It's so weird to say that because like his head peeks up every single time he looks at me. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Just Looter will be having to be pushed back. Hey, Atmospheres, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. How you doing tonight, friend? Oh, he only had 21. Okay, thank you. All in with the condemn. They sit in this bush. They find VDZ. They're trying to take down all of those. That will be the combustion used, but they don't actually end up really getting it off there. Purification Salvo connects onto quite a few members. Root onto gillyShark, who is taking too much damage. That should be the Arthas going down. They do find the kill. Blessed Shield goes out. They have to forego those 14 gems, and that is a bit of a deficit into the bank account of gillyShark, but at the same time, they have back-to-back turn-ins. It wasn't that 14 gems did not matter to them. They do have a turn in themselves on the side of Lubu, but fortunately, they're not going to be able to get that in time. Blaze will be back from death, as well as gillyShark going to be up in the next 3 seconds. VDZ joining the friendly team in mid, maybe? Here's the big thing that I want to note, though. 13s are about to be here for the members of gillyShark. They want to go in and try and push a little bit further than just one fort. You already see Kage prepping this top lane, so it descends a little bit further down the lane. They don't manage to get that too far pressed up, but as you can see, Tassadar does have great wave clear, and they'll just go ahead and let that push with the just the web weaver. We can actually see Tassadar rotating down. Makrota taking a lot of damage here, does get rooted, and the follow-up stun from Tyrande, and they're so low they need to back out of here, and gillyShark chasing this, trying to at least set up for the team. Horrify does come out. Bandit is very low here. Chest Leader might have the last rights. It does go out onto them. That does rip that soul. Phoenix is able to get out themselves, so just the Gul'dan goes down, but out of all the people to lose, Gul'dan is probably the worst one, as they do have the best wave clear for the members of Lubu. They'll have to play this a little bit further back. Alan Hicks will have to do their best just to get that clear, as well as the help from Blaze with the little bit of AoE, and now that Starfall just to zone them. Stark stepping up as well. Lunar Flare goes out, and that will be combo chips and getting the kill. Combustion going to be used. Alan Hicks gets the blink out, and that will be the Blaze going down. VDZ not living. Makrota has so many gems and needs to get out of here, and you can exactly see that's going to be the plan. Bottom lane, Webweaver has pushed in, and it is potentially... I don't think they have game end from this, and they'll just take down the keep. Top lane is going to pressure up, but the Webweaver has already fallen. Makrota with an entire turn in themselves and then some. Not enough for a turn in on the side of gillyShark, but I think they're going to be going for boss here. They've got almost a 16 talent tier advantage over the enemy team. So they're going to be going in just trying to get that extra pressure in the lane. They only need 18 more gems right after that, so I believe that's, what, 9-ish more waves? No. I can't do math. Okay. Sorry, I had to like chug some tea there. It is... Oh, wait, hold on. This invade, unfortunately, it's going to be a little too late, as they do have their 13s. They want to take the fight now. Huge Silence going to be coming out. Horrify will be there as well. They're looking for the big damage. That also will be the Purification Salvo connecting onto so many members. That will be just Looter so low. They're able to get out. Oh my god. These spinning hammers almost get the kill into chest there, and Phoenix ends up going down. The Starfall goes out. Makrota goes down with 72 gems on them, and they do not have the ability to pick this up. That is the majority. That is almost all of the gems for the members of Lubu going down and not being able to pick them up. Boss now on to this top lane keep. Blaze getting the jet propulsion forward. That will be the combustion coming out. Just Looter taking a lot of damage. Less rate goes out, and that will be Gul'dan going down, as well as VDZ. Streakwing has to back off and go to the core, and they're the only ones left. That is going to be a Phoenix back up in his second, as well as a Joanna. The GGs are already thrown out. They do have this core defense. I don't know if... I wouldn't say it's completely over. Gul'dan is going to be up in 15. They're chunking through this core a little too much, and it looks like this will be game number 1 going over to the members of gillyShark. GG. Well played. Ooh. How many gems per wave? 3. I don't know why, but I was just like, yeah, 9. That's not right at all. Like, this is why I try and avoid, each wave is what, 3 gems? Yeah. This is why I try and avoid doing math on stream, but I get so confident with myself. I'm just like, yeah, 9's the right answer, and I say it, and I'm just like, wait a minute, Bahamut, do some... Come on. No. So, that is going to be game number 1 going over to the members of gillyShark. Let me at least update their team score in just a second. Also, really quickly, Plaberus and, oh my god, Larsenik? I think this is what it is. That's my best guess. Thank you so much for the follows during those games. I appreciate it. As well as Kutas the War Priest. Thank you so much for the follow also. Let me show you talents. I need to message captains. Where's streak? Alrighty, we'll go ahead and pull this back over here. I can update the team score. I've actually, so I added these little things above, and I don't know, do you all like that? Is that good? Does that help out a little bit, clarify in between games, like where we actually sit? Ooh, okay. Okay, GG's as expected from, hey, what's up, Zulu Rules? How you doing? Giggle Schmack, one wave for each lane, yeah, is equal to, one wave in each lane is equal to 9 gems, yeah. Found you from the Tespa stream with Jayhow over the weekend, great work. Thank you so much, Larsenik, I appreciate that. I'm sorry that I just absolutely destroyed your name. But thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you checking out the stream and supporting. That's awesome of you. Actually, for anyone who doesn't know, I do casting for the Tespa Collegiate series on Sundays with Jayhow over on the Bliss Hero channel. That's from like noon to like 7. That was a fast game. That was a very fast game, actually. Invite to game. All right, we'll get all these people in here in just a second. But yeah, if you do enjoy the stream, please go ahead and hit that follow button. I appreciate everyone who has so far. I appreciate the support, and just, you can know when I go live. I do a lot of casting on this channel. If I'm not casting, then I'm honestly usually playing this game. But since we have like 3 or 4 leagues currently going on right now, I'm just doing a lot of casting. The only other game that I've locked in so far this week is on 5 o'clock on Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I've got an S Division game for Heroes Lounge. There's going to be more Heroes or Nexus Gaming Series matches. All right, we just need one member from both sides to get in here. Let me update the map pick thingy that I have for everyone's. Yes, you like it? Okay, wonderful. No worries. Layer Arsenic. Layer Arsenic? Layer Arsenic? See, I'm the worst with internet names. I'm the absolute worst. It's okay, y'all. Come back and coming. Give me that game 3, Sailor Sky. Give me that game 3. I want it. I love a good game 3. We're currently just getting everybody loaded in here. So since like Tespa takes place on Sundays and it takes a lot out of me, the schedule's changed a little bit for what we actually do on this channel. In the past, it was typically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, casting, streaming, whatever. But since we have Sunday being such a long day, it's pretty much turned into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, casting and streaming. Fridays I take off. Saturdays are up in the air. It really just depends. And then Sundays I do the Tespa Collegiate over on the Bliss Heroes channel. Next week is going to be a little bit probably lower as well. I have family coming in town. Monday's still going to be off, but Sunday I will still be casting that Tespa Collegiate series. Either way. 4v4? Yeah, just each team takes a bot. But welcome. Thanks for being here. We got great emotes. I actually need to add another emote, I do think. Like, I think I have an open slot. So I need to make another emote, and the last time I made an emote, it didn't go over so well, so I'll have to figure that one out. Okay. Alrighty. Bartok, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a hat. Stark. There we go. You alright, bud? Bandit had a long day today. Game 3 also hype. Yeah. I always, like, in a best of 3 series, I always hope for a game 3. Going. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, right. Give me 1 second just to make sure. Yep. I booped it. Let's go ahead and get into this. Is your game number 2. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Lubu, and on the right, we have gillyShark up a game in this best of 3 series. We did have some map bans that did take place before all of this, so let's go ahead and actually take a look at all of that. The coin flip was initially won by the members of gillyShark. They banned out Battlefield of Eternity, Dragonshire was banned out by the members of Lubu. Tomb of Spider Queen was the first map chosen by gillyShark and won by them. The members of Lubu opted to take us into map number 2, and they've chosen Infernal Shrines, and we get back into this draft. We already have a Garrosh ban on the side of gillyShark, not wanting to deal with them. That beard scarred me for life? What? I missed something. This is what happens when I have a 60-second delay on stream. I will say something, and then someone says something in chat, and I'm like, oh, what did I say a minute ago? Like, how do I do that? It makes me moist. Ah! Said we're gonna be banned out here by the members of Lubu. They take out the Garrosh and the Cassie on the side of gillyShark, and now we are going to be having the next ban, and then we have our Infernal Shrines draft unfold in front of our faces here. Infernal Shrines, it's a 3-lane map where we often do see a lot of infighting around these shrines, so Skeletal Defender priority is big. Things like Gul'dan, Sonya, a lot of AoE clear like Jaina or Kael'thas, things like a lot of mages, for example, are really great here because you can get some good clear on those shrines. For example, you could leave Sonya in the shrine by herself. If you win a team fight, the rest of the team can push up through the lane, and that way you can have easy clear onto that. This won't go to game 3, Gilly too strong. Zul rules. Some bold statements tonight. Thank you so much, Giggle Schmack. Alrighty. Dahaka first picked on the side of Lubu with a Kael'thas. They have really great shrine clears so far. They've also got a really good initiation into the backline. We do have a Joanna picked up, as well as a Raynor and an Alex Straza. Her Royal Thickness will be making it into the game here. Alex Straza notably very strong because of her dragon form being able to control over the points. Once you have that kind of, I think it's Winged Gust, I think it is. The little mini gust you can get in her dragon form is huge. I changed to a non-ban skin. Ah, yes. I honestly didn't. Oh, use your favorite. Doesn't bother us. That's some bold statements right there. I want to see Arthas again. I do too. Oh, the emote. Yeah. Zul rules. Nah. That did not. When you edit something on a 27-inch monitor, it looks correct, and then when you look at it in Twitch chat, moving on in draft, I need to work on something. I've got ideas. It's just actually getting them executed is the hard part. But Nubrak will be banned out. On the side of gillyShark, we also have a Jaina taken off by the members of Lubu. We have a Diablo for initiation and a Junkrat. Good displacement, good poke. I like the Dahaka with that. They're going to need a support. They could go into the Tyrande if they wanted to. Will Stark get to play his Sam or no? I tried really hard to get into Div B this season. Oh, what's up, Majesty? What'd you end up getting into? So Rexar did get some buffs recently, and it's been talked about, and I've seen murmurs and like little snippets here and there of like people saying how strong it is. We saw it actually over the weekend in the Tespa Collegiate series. It didn't win out, and I think it was actually used on Infernal Shrines if I'm not mistaken. Ah, yes. Yes. Wind Buffet, I think is the ability you're thinking of. Okay, so it's not winged. Wind Buffet. Thank you. That makes a lot more sense. Ana will be banned here. Let me double check that there's no banned talents. Where's the Nexus game series? Aster. Boop boop badoo. Where are you? Bans. Okay, just want to let them know that Eye of Horus is globally banned. You cannot use it. Just making sure. Because I don't want to get to 10 and then it just be like, oh, you picked Eye of Horus. Now that's it. Like that's the game. I just don't want that to happen. That's not fun time. More games. We are absolutely certain Chris is not in fact a Dr. Oh, are we absolutely sure Chris is not in fact Dr. Robotnik? Ribes, oh, I'm gonna try this. Ribezio? Thanks for coming by. I'm not Dr. Robotnik, I swear. All my robots. You think they'll go on to counter Alex or something with a cleanse? This looks familiar. Yeah. Go get him, Lubu. Yo, Corvix, what's up? Is someone explaining to me why people are picking Diablo? The win rate is so low, they've never nerfed him to the ground. It's his engagement's really good, as well as the his dive is really strong. He can actually, once he has 100 souls, he's like stupid powerful to kill. Because if you go full fire stomp build, you can just get that through heroes and you can live forever. There's so many good moments where Diablos live because of that. So we'll find out on the side of Lubu if they're able to bring it back with Makrata on that Diablo, VDZ going to be on the Junkrat, Streakwing will be on the Ana, Alan Hicks on the Dahaka, and Bandit will be on the Kael'thas. On the right-hand side, up a game, trying to close this best of 3 out in 2 games, we have gillyShark with Jinxie Cat going to be on the Joanna. We'll have Stark on the Raynor, Chestlitter on the Rexar, excuse me, on the playing Misha, more or less. Kagekiri once again on Tassadar, and Kylo Tripson on the Alexstrasza. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Is he more threatening in coordinated play? Absolutely. Absolutely. What does he mean something is banned? Oh, so Eye of Horus is globally banned, and you're not allowed to use that because of it actually. So the issues lie with Leoric. When they're dead, you can heal them. I do believe. I don't know if that one was fixed, but the other major one was you heal in Blaze's bunker and you heal inside Void Prison from Zeratul. The way Tespa has done it is they said, okay, if that type of stasis is present in the game, Eye of Horus is banned. But if it's not, if there's no stasis in game, you're allowed to use the Eye of Horus. That's how Tespa's been running it. I don't know if they changed it this past weekend, but I know in the previous weekend, I was seeing the admin always messaging out saying, hey, no, there's no stasis in game. Go ahead and run Eye of Horus if you so choose. So there are opportunities where you can run it, and I do believe I saw it that weekend. But Nano Boost seems to be the priority, and realistically here, with the Diablo and the Kael'thas, Nano Boosting both of those are really good, and you might sit there and go like, well, why Nano Boosted Diablo? Lightning Breath. Lightning Breath Nano Boosted is so powerful because it's magical damage, and it is ability magical, however you want to define it, and I do believe that is actually a buff coming out from Nano Boost, is into that magical damage. So I'm sure there's a lot of things in chat, so I'm sure you've all cleared all of that up, and I'm just going to repeat it in 60 seconds here. But regardless, we've got ourselves a game 2. We're on Infernal Shrines. Chesler are going to be in that top lane going into Alan Hicks with that Misha Rexar combination. Kriv, what's going on? Thanks for coming by, bud. I hope you're having a great night. I hope your drops are hot. Hold on, invade under this camp. Diablo stepping in just right onto the point, and this is exactly where you can see those fire stomps getting that value. They're just getting whittled down by Stark, but realistically it's not that big of a deal. That Shadow Charge getting some value as well, overpowering Kylo Tripson, trying to push them towards the friendly team, but they're really not going to be able to survive through this much damage as Jinxie Cat has now stepped up. They do have the camp in their favor. There will be healing coming out from Kylo Tripson, and they just back out as this will be Shrine activating in the next 27 seconds. We could and probably should be seeing a priority onto the Shaman camps in the right and the left of the camp because this is bottom lane, so having that kind of top lane pressure consistently would be huge for them. Chestler are going to get the healing onto Misha and make sure that she is absolutely fine. No priority onto these camps for either or, and they just stand around and get ready for this. Zhao, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Rexar coming in. Trying to get onto Kael'thas here, make their life a little more difficult. Misha actually might be going down here. Chesler going to be having to call the retreat onto them. Kylo Tripson does get knocked away with the concussion mine. Go ahead and pull away the talents here so we can at least get a peek onto this, as we do have the majority of the shrine being won over by the members of Lubu. Overpowering to Kylo Tripson, going to be getting the Dragon Form. That also will be a lot of members very low. Wind Buffett is going to be pushing them back here, and they just disengage because, well, the Dragon Form is not something you want to deal with. They consistently just keep them out of here while the team is peppering in some damage as well as getting the clear, at least as best they can. Kael'thas will be able to dump out the damage into this. Is 18 to 27 and going up. That is going to be the Misha getting some damage onto VDZ. They need to back out of here. Makrata is going to be diving out as well. Bandit is doing their best job with the low amount of mana they have. It looks like this will be first objective going over in favor for the members of gillyShark. Makrata is looking for one more engage into this, and I don't think they can have it. And they're looking for that angle. Fire Stomp goes out. Gonna get some good healing from that. You can just see right there, Makrata's health was a little bit below half, and it just spiked to near a 3/4 full. So that Fire Stomp in that later half of the game, really, really powerful, and not even on the full souls just yet. Will be the Punisher going over the wall. Nice use of the concussion mine to kind of interrupt and slow down this push into bottom lane. And now we have 7s achieved for the members of gillyShark, and they can keep sieging this. The Punisher has gone down. They've got a wave coming in, but they back right out. Dahaka trying to do some double duty and make sure they soak up the lanes here as best as they can. TAS enables a lot of control in team fights that aren't always taken advantage of and non-competitive. It's true. We're in Division B, and so it's not like you're going to be getting these massively meta drafts. And even then, I think you get them outside of that in Heroes Division and stuff like that. I really don't think like every division kind of has their own meta in a sense. I mean, I can remember the second season of Nexus Gaming Series. Like, it was the first season that I casted. The Nexus Gaming Series, but it was their second season. I remember it was Alaska basically started out this whole like Zagara meta, and that was in the Division B back then, and it was only when there was like one, it was like, you know, Division A, B, and C, I think. There might have been a D back then, but either way, there was like Zagara just popped up like all throughout Division B, and I just remember because like I saw it coming out from the members of Alaska consistently, and then like every team was running Zagara. It was really, really funny how it just became like the meta for them. But that's what I'm saying, like it changes per division in some senses. Like, you'll see a higher priority into Azmodan probably in other divisions. It's just, that's like, if I was playing in like C or D, because that's probably where I would actually land, I'd be trying to like one trick that consistently, and I got to cast a couple of those games, and it pops up here and there. It's a good time. Those games are an absolute blast. We do have this camp still be kind of poked at here and there, and they're just going back and forth. They want to take a fight before 10's hit on the side of Lubu and at least get an experience advantage going back over in their favor. Diablo did finish Souls as well. That's a big thing to note. They do want to now initiate with that. Root going to be going on to Stark. A little low on the mana, but they want to chase us. They do have that auto attack damage, which will be beneficial as they can pepper that in. Unstoppable from Jinxie Cat to make sure she doesn't get too low here. Gumships and backing out as well, just getting the Fire Buffet out as well. I think it's Fire Buffet is the Alexstrasza Q. Either way, Jinxie Cat stepping up really far here, and that's going to be a Bandit taking a lot of damage. Sleep Dart does go out onto Tassadar, and they get the first kill of the game. I just want to note that first kill of the game just came out as well. We're just about 7 minutes in here, and now they're looking for Alan Hicks, and they're not able to pick up onto that kill. We actually do have Unleash the Boars. Unleash the Boars? Yes, from the Rexars. They're going to be having those Boars for that slow. And then I think you can pick up a stun at level 20 with them. Tassadar still holding their 10. Did we get Force Wall or did we get the power of the Archon? 10s have been achieved, and as I said before, you have Lightning Breath and you have Nano Boost. That could be the potential we see. It could just be Kael'thas as well, because Nano Boost is cooldown reduction as well as spell power is by 30%. So, as I'm saying, 30% on your Lightning Breath, that could be huge. We do have Tongue Drag onto Misha, and it looks like we need to call PETA because that will be the bear going down. 10s for both, but they've staggered out of death here. And I don't see a timer for Misha, so she'll be back in, I think the death timers are around like 30 seconds at this point. So we'll probably be seeing her around the 8-minute, 20-second mark in-game. We do have the members of gillyShark have said, you know what, we can give this over for the time being. We don't have our bear, and I lied. The death timer is a lot lower than that. They're already going to be back here and working their way into this as they have halfway through this shrine. Concussion Mine pushing Misha in. That will be the Tassadar with the Archon form as well. Riptire will be coming out. Phoenix is going to be trying to zone as well. Riptire will get some value here. Misha does go down. That also will be the tissue regeneration done for Alan Hicks, so they'll have a little extra beef on that Dahaka. And it looks like this is going to be second objective going over in favor for Lubu here. Mortar Punisher in their favor as Jinxie Cat steps up. They do have, I think Blessed Shield just went out. No, it was already out. That's going to be Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo. This will be Mortar Punisher in their favor. Slows will be there for the time being, but it's not enough. They do have Misha in a bit of a bad spot, but she has the dive out. That will be... Oh no, the Punisher doesn't get the bait over the wall. Misha goes down, and now they have to take this down on the outside. The benefit of having the Punisher jump over is that everyone can really join in the burn onto this, and now they have to step up and defend it from the front gate. And you can see the value that they get from that. Jinxie Cat can be targeted here. They will be stunned. The Iron Skin's going to be used right at the end there. That will be the Cleansing Flame coming out from the Alexstrasza as well, keeping the friendly members up as well as trying to get some splash damage onto a few here. This pressure coming out from the blue in game number 2 is really strong, and we'll see what they're able to do on the side of gillyShark to respond as once again Misha being prioritized. They go down again. The bear not being not favored by the members of Lubu here. Bandit on the side here, able just to dump out the damage. No one able to chase into this, and they are finding some priority on to Dahaka. Dahaka does go down. Do they chase this a little bit further? Bandit seems to be the target. They pop that Mana Addict. That will be the Riptide coming out from VDZ. Chasing on to Jinxie Cat, pushes them into the side, and they are able just to walk right out of there. Whew. Increased Dragon Time is 16 talent. No, I mean after 20, her ult can give her Dragon Form. Oh, yeah. You can pop Cleansing Flame and then come down in your Dragon Form. So you can, I think, effectively get 2 dragons. Like, you can use your Dragon Form, go into Cleansing Flame, and then come back down in Dragon Form, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the way you can, like, optimize it. Life Binder. Hold on, VDZ being invaded here. Root goes on to Stark. Concussion Mine will be there, so they do have a little bit of a stall, but the Shotgun Blast gets the kill, and they can't activate that from death. And that'll be a kill going over in their favor. Let's look at the top lane. Stop killing Misha. Excuse me, Kael'thas is going to be going down in mid lane. I'm just checking out what Misha, just Rexar in top lane, just doing things, just hanging out. Meanwhile, in mid, there's actually a brawl that's actually breaking out. If I remember, they changed it because you couldn't heal this. Oh, okay. 13s will be achieved very quickly for both of these teams, just on the precipice for the members of Lubu. They pick it up themselves, and now their siege into mid lane is really powerful. Without their Kael'thas, I guess they say, you know what, we're just gonna give this over. But here's the thing, they're giving over a lot more than just mid. They're opening up top lane. If you have that periodic catapult pressure as well as the passive experience gain, it can really start to just move you up further and faster throughout this match here. Sign Fusion will be finished there. That will be the 1,000 stacks on that. Bottom lane is going to be pushed out, and they want to take out this wall. And lane sustain is a really, really beneficial thing just to get rid of here. You don't want to have that holding over your lane and just... Having the lane sustain taken out is just great because of the fact that now, well, staying over this point is a lot more difficult. And the reason I say that is because, all right, we zoom out here. If everyone's fighting over this point while these members are getting the camp below us, they get a little bit low, they can cycle out and grab their well. Now that they've taken that out, even if they didn't get the fort in this bottom lane, taking out the well means that the sustain in that lane is a lot more difficult. And now when you have this bottom lane objective with no way to jump up to mid or bottom for a tap for health and mana, you have to go all the way back to your keeps. That stalls this out a lot longer in your favor. And now we have gillyShark with a little bit of an advantage here, but Alan Hicks is going to be rotating in. They got to take a fight now. Now before 16's hit for gillyShark, they need to find some sort of engagement onto this. Tongue Drag goes out from Alan Hicks. It doesn't seem to be the priority. They want to go for the skeletal defenders. They say, you know what, if we can just win the objective, we don't need to worry about 16s. Unfortunately, I think that's a different case here. Riptide comes out. Archon will be there as well. They do have the Dragon Form from the Alexstrasza going into the Cleansing Flame. That will be a lot of damage coming out from the Diablo here. That is also the Dahaka going down to Raynor. Makrota very low. Misha trying to get the chase with that dive. Nope. Rexar pulls her back, and they turn this around. But here's the thing. They only need 5 more. And you can see, Bandit's trying to get the angle, but they've been noticed by the minion wave, and that's going to be the chase coming out. If they had Force Wall, they could have just Force Walled them. That will be the Kael'thas getting out. They still only need 5. You can see VDZ's trying to push into this. Makrota is trying to find it as well. They do end up stealing this Punisher away in favor for Lubu. They are down the talent here, but that's a big moment for them because it's a lot like Tomb of the Spider Queen when your team is down 2 levels, for example, like right here, and you get the objective. You don't plan to really succeed massively through that. What you should be really prioritizing here is trying to get into those lanes, trying to get this experience here, find that gap in between that 16 talent and yours. But there's a little bit slow on that rotation, and now we're going to be seeing Concussion Mine out. Stark will be getting the vision on this, knockback onto 1, but now the rest of the team has been invading onto this camp. They dive right in here. Bandit taking a lot of damage. They pop their Mana Addict, and that's the Diablo trying to survive through all his Shadow Charge in, but they're not able to sustain. That will be Diablo losing souls. They pick up the camp. That will be Kael'thas going down as well. If I remember correctly, they changed it a couple patches ago to be affected by those effects. I missed part of this conversation, but Tano, what's up? Thank you so much for the follow during this game, as well as Sullen, thank you so much for the follow as well. Hope you are all having wonderful evenings, and thanks for coming by and checking out some amazing games. Now we get into this mid lane. Trying to open this up a little bit more, and the reason for that being is next objective is going to be in mid lane. So if you can prioritize this and at least have this prep so there is no jump over the wall from the... What? Okay, sorry, just really weird. No, I don't know. Either way, it sounded like there's one brawl where like it ends that way, I feel. Or at least just the game has ending like that where there's swords popping up. I don't know. It just seemed really odd there. Either way, we have these rotations coming out. They need to find their 16. They can go in at this point for that. But mid lane is the priority for gillyShark because you can see the Punisher will be there next, and if they can walk that in, that could potentially be game ending for them. At the same time, you can see Junkrat poking out in this top lane, trying to just take that down to even up the catapult pressure there. Now, do they go in for the invade on this camp? They've got their own 16s. Junkrat has the only cooldown on the map for heroics. There's a lot of sharking around right now. The question is who's going to be able to go in and get the kill and the value they're looking for. Alora, thank you so much for the follow as well. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're all having a great night. That wheel. Okay, so Cleansing Flame coming out from Alex Straza. Riptire going to be coming out from the Junkrat here. Catapult, Pressure, and Fort going down in top. Riptire goes out. Doesn't get a ton of value here. Chymotrypsin does come down from the Cleansing Flame. They do have Kagekiri in this bottom lane here, just pushing out a little bit of damage and just getting those dismounts as well as some vision in this rotation. And they back right out. They take out the Fort, and now they just walk away and they say, cool, that's ours. Bottom lane. It's stacked up a little bit. They could hard rotate into this, or, oh, I think they're just going to be going for the camp here. We can at least show some of the other numbers. Well, we do have 16s for both these teams. At least show what that... I keep thinking Kagekiri is Kagiri. Lorelai D'Angelo, you have no idea how often he actually gets that mistake all the time. Someone activated the map's Easter egg? Hmm? What do you mean, Ash? Oh, okay, see. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that Infernal Shrines had one. I know Tomb of the Spider Queen has Harrison Jones in it. Hold on, though. We actually have the, I think the Unleash the Boars just came out, and that's going to be a little bit of an engagement into this. We do have Nano Boost onto Bandit here, trying to put out that damage, but they need to find someone to actually put it on, and that will be the cooldown reduction and all that going away fairly soon. They're just getting that Rainer Raider out of here, but meanwhile, the fight is breaking out on the top right of this engagement. We do have Chymotrypsin jumping into the Dragon form here, trying to get that poke, and that also will be the Dragon pushed over the wall. Phoenix coming out, Diablo goes down, no souls to be had, and they do not get the insta-revive. Misha trying to make their way out as well. Bandit with 100 and some health. Tunneling Claws from the Dahaka to make their way out as well, and no one from gillyShark going down. And this will be 20s achieved for them here. I'm just skimming through talents. I 36 souls in that Diablo. So close. VDZ trying to get that little extra poke in there just to get some extra damage and just make it a little bit more of a nuisance here. Tassadar will go ahead and pick up the camp in the bottom left, and they'll just stagger that in with the objective that will be pushing in through the lane. Let's see for the upgrades. So we are going to be having on Ruby Wings the healing and damage from 8 heroes. The Cleansing Flame activates Dragon Queens for 15 seconds upon landing. Ah, so there is a stipulation that comes with it. I thought it was just as you land. Either way, Riptire does come out from the Junkrat. They don't have 20s just yet. They are trying to whittle down this Punisher. Kagekiri with the upgrade for the Archon just going to be hitting everything, keeping that form up and available. Cleansing Flame does come out. That will be the jump from the Punisher. We are going to be having Tunneling Claws from the Dahaka. They do go down. Chymotrypsin once again dropping in the Dragon form. Going to be getting some clear onto this core, and it looks like they've set their sights on the core here. Kagekiri getting some extra clear onto these waves. That will be the Punisher getting another jump here, and this core is getting shredded with all the members they have up and available. It looks like this is going to be game number 2 going over to the members of gillyShark. GG. Well played. Oh. They decided to make the final here of Lifebinder be affected by healing reduction and amplification effects. Ah! bracket. Lotardi, how you doing? This is we're casting just some Nexus Gaming Series matches tonight. So there's no real bracket. This is just the Nexus Gaming Series. So I can at least put this in there, so at least you have an idea. That's what we're casting. This is amateur league for North America. I mean, there's a lot of amateur leagues. Oops, I didn't want to move. All right, let me get a message out to the gillyShark captain, see who wants to do the interview. Whew. Ready. Right, we'll get them in here. Just a second. And at this moment, I'm going to be joined by Kaimo Tripson, the healer, the captain. How you doing? How you feeling after that 2-0 victory?
Excellent. It was good. We're trying out some new stuff. It was my first game back after a 3-week vacation, so I was getting back into things and did a lot of practice last 2 days for it. It paid off.
It definitely showed. Now, game number 1, Team of Spider Queen, that was your map pick. They kind of had a lot of things that were a little scary on the map. A lot of wave clear. They had a lot of good control. And you guys come out with it seemed like what you wanted in draft. Was it more or less just focusing on trying to get everything you wanted, or were you a little bit more responsive and cognizant of what they were going to be drafting as well?
For the most part, we went into it with the plan that we wanted Task Rainer because we'd been trying that out in scrims, and it gave us what we wanted in terms of the wave. We wanted the Johanna, which they took away. It would have made our wave clear insane, but so we just had to play around that with their Johanna Gul'dan, and then use the Tassadar to keep an eye on the turning so we could sort of control the middle. But that was the draft that we had set out going into, is trying to get the Task Rainer with support to go with it. And they did have some scary stuff, so we had to play the team fights well, make sure we didn't get engaged on by the Blaze Johanna and the Horrify, and so we were splitting and all that, but it was some good fights.
It was really, really good for that game number 1, and it was so back and forth. Now, game number 2, Rexar comes out. Is this a new thing for the gillySharks? Is this just throwing it out? Like, we'll talk about this.
Yeah, so Sunday when I got back, I was playing with chess, and he starts playing Rexar. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh yeah, Rexar's a thing. I'm just like, okay, sure. So, yeah. Rexar's just a thing now in chess's solo lane pool that we were practicing a lot with, and it's doing well. We like to play weird, interesting stuff too, so it's kind of like in the gillyShark flavor.
I no joke was thinking at one point for that game number 1 on Team of Spider Queen, I was like, oh, Rainer and Malthael at the start. Do we Cho'Gall? Like, is this going to be? And I was like, no. Like, every time I say it, it never happens. And of course, it didn't happen. But no, the games are so much fun. And congratulations on your 2-0 victory. Any shout-outs that you want to give before I let you go?
Yeah, so shout out to first to Gillyweed for wishing us luck while she was supposed to be working. Shout out to Zerky Monster for stepping up and filling my place as the support for our first 2 matches and getting us the 2-0s in those. Shout out to my teammates for not falling apart in my absence. Shout out to you for casting. Shout out to Lubu for some good games, some fun drafts, and yeah, that's I think I got everyone in my sleep deprived state, so we're good to go. Yeah, I'm still in like New Zealand time. It's rough.
Well, I'd say ask Cat Peach, but I think she said like she went there like 3 years ago and it's still stuck on that time. So
okay,
yeah,
just so I know, yeah.
Best of luck. But no, congratulations on your 2-0. The games were awesome, and I can't wait to see you further down in more of the Nexus Gaming Series season.
We'll have some more fun stuff prepared.
All right. Well, best of luck. Talk to you next time.
All right. Thanks, Bahamut.
Alrighty, everybody. First off, big things. Gotta say, shout out to Chess Looter. Thank you so much for the subscription with your Amazon Prime. I appreciate that, my buddy. Enjoy your gilded beard as well as your rages and bandits and all of that good stuff. We also have a gifted sub from Stark to Zool Rules. Thank you so much, Stark, and welcome, Zool Rules. Enjoy your rage faces, your pogs, and your gilded beard. At this time, I don't have anything scheduled, so I believe. Do you all wanna pick up do like a replay game? I'm trying to see actually what's are there any games that are about to go live? Because we actually went through that set way quick. Are there any uncasted games at like 6 o'clock Pacific? No. It's at 7 o'clock. Alright, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna be picking up a replay cast now. So I will leave all of this on and we can just hang out. Chogo in current year? Come on now. gillyShark should be captain this. What? What? Hold on. I made mage one trick. Stacat next game. Alright, hold on. There's a clip of me getting excited about a Rexar. Which I need to see this really quick. Let's see. That is a very, very good face for a Rexar. I really like that. Okay, let's see, can we get any more Div B stuff? We stay in Division B. It's West. Oh, you know what? We can follow. Let's do more Lubu. Let's do Lubu versus Jailbait. That did not get casted on 3/7. I was doing it. I was doing an event. All right, so we're gonna download. Boop. Sorry, I need to write these down so I know what order to actually do them in. And okay. All right, so we're gonna be getting into another Lubu game. Actually, we're gonna be doing a replay cast of their matchup versus Jailbait. I need to set up like one or two things, so you'll see it all happening. Doing it because it all goes to the same source. Let's see, Jailbait. Let's update our stream title as well. They're gonna be versing. Okay, cool. All the information's updated. We got ourselves that. This one. I need to make sure one thing really quickly. I need to make sure that the overlays are going to be all set because I don't know if it was what patch it was on. Load in, load in, load in, load in, load in. Okay, cool. It looks like everything's going to be just fine. Let's go ahead and Shift O. Okay. I'm going to go get some more hot water. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Let me restart my recording.